Welcome back to Boys from the Bridge. This is an official channel dedicated to yours truly, Chelsea Football Club, and football in general. Everything you need to know, everything you want to know. It happens right here, right now. Let's get into it. Today's video is a review video to our game that we played on the weekend against Sheffield United. I'll be also talking about some news that has occurred over the last few days and some injury updates. So there's lots to talk about today. Please could you hit the like and subscribe button for this video so you can catch all my videos as soon as I release them. It is sadly the international break now, so there's no Chelsea football for the next 2 weeks. However, there is international football. The likes of England will be playing 3 games in the space of 2 weeks, so it is exciting stuff to see the likes of some Chelsea players playing for England as well as their respective countries. I hope everyone stays injury free, puts in some great performances and comes back fit and fresh, as we have a lot of games coming up very quickly after the international break. We play the likes of Newcastle, then Rennes, then Tottenham. So basically a game every 3 or 4 days. It is a very congested fixture list. I believe we have the squad depth to get through this period and also carry on our winning streak. In this video, I'll be talking about the highlights of the game against Sheffield United that I'll be putting in blue, and the lowlights from the Sheffield United game that I'll be putting in red. So without further ado, let's get into it. First off, I like to talk about the lowlights, as there's not much negative things to say from the game. However, there is one aspect that I'll be putting in red. This aspect is the lack of concentration that resulted in our clean sheet record being cut down and Sheffield United scoring a goal. They took a quick corner. Our players lacked concentration from this, and unfortunately they did score from this quick corner. I think we're going to be playing a lot of big games coming thick and fast. We have exceptional talent, but we need to remain focused and vigilant throughout the game from the start to the finish. We didn't play the greatest against Sheffield United for the first 5 to 10 minutes, but after that we played some free-flowing football, and it was one of the best performances that I've seen from Chelsea. It's really important that we remain switched on throughout the game the moment the ball's kicked off in the first half until the final whistle in the second half. I think this will also help us not concede as many goals and not get as many draws. We have already had a lot of draws this season, unfortunately. We only had 1 loss, which came against Liverpool towards the beginning of the season. But if we didn't draw as many games as we have, we would definitely be sitting top of the Premier League right now. So that lack of concentration needs to be cut out immediately. We need to stay focused and very vigilant the entire course of the game. The only negatives is Christian Pulisic, his injury. I hope that he will be coming back as soon as possible. The USA men's soccer coach said it is day to day with him. So I'm hoping that he will be able to play against Newcastle when we return on the 21st of November. I'm not expecting Christian Pulisic to start this game. I'm hoping that he can come on around the 60th, 65th minute mark off the bench, make an impact, get some fitness back and a bit of confidence. The likes of Billy Gilmour is also expected to be seen after the international break. We have really missed Billy Gilmour, as there's no player like him besides the like of Kante. He is a perfect replacement to give Kante a bit of a rest, play that central defending midfield role, as Kovacic and Jorginho don't play it like Kante or Billy Gilmour. The likes of Kai Havertz is also hopefully ready to play against Newcastle, is going to be fit for that game, as he's been absent now for 2 weeks due to illness. Now, let's get into some positives from the game. I think it was one of our best performances of the season. There was a lot of unity within the players. Players really started to gel in this game, and it was very exciting to watch as a Chelsea fan. I am going to be talking about some players that really stood out from the game, and they will have a blue flame behind them. The first player was man of the match Hakim Ziyech. Hakim Ziyech has really been world class since he signed for Chelsea. He's really got the ability to take Chelsea to that next level, to really push them for title contenders this season. You know, he's been man of the match basically every game he started for Chelsea. He got 2 assists in the game, and his highlights from the game were simply sensational. He has an absolute wand of a left foot. he can pick out any of the Chelsea players making that run on that left-hand side, as he loves to play on that right wing, cutting back on his left and cutting the ball into the box. He has a magical ability. I don't think any defender will be able to stop him on that left foot, and he's only just started playing for Chelsea, so he's only going to get better and better, which is simply exciting. I believe he is going to be a huge player for us this season. If he can keep fit and injury-free, he's going to cause the defense of other teams a real issue. I'm predicting that he is going to be one of the most important players for Chelsea this season after his performances recently. It is very exciting to see him move forward, and he's only going to get better playing with the players around him, as he's going to start connecting more with them, providing them with assists and creating a lot of chances per game. So therefore, Hakim Ziyech is definitely going in the blue. He's been the standout player since he's joined Chelsea, and I'm very excited to see him play week in, week out for the Blues. It is very easy to put every single Chelsea player in the blue from that game and the substitutions that came on, but I've just chosen 7 players that I believe really stood out. One of them, obviously, that I spoke about was Hakim Ziyech. The next player is Tammy Abraham. Now, Tammy Abraham has had to be patient this season, as he hasn't started due to the likes of Werner coming in. I think when he started the last few games, leading the line, he has been excellent. His hold-up play, his vision to look for people around him, his finishes, and also assisting other players. He didn't have the cleanest strike when he scored against Sheffield United, but he did get a goal that is definitely going to increase his confidence, and he has been playing very well. Tammy Abraham therefore is in the blue. I am delighted still to see his commitment to the club, even though I know he's been frustrated at times, not playing as many minutes as he has, but he is still going to be a very important player for Chelsea this season and needs to remain patient, as he will get lots of opportunities. With the likes of Christian Pulisic, who has had a lot of injuries recently, I hope that he doesn't get any more injuries after this. But with him out, Werner will be playing on the wing most likely, and Tammy Abraham will be leading the line. Therefore, Giroud will miss out on more game time. The next player that is going in the blue is Kovacic. Kovacic was excellent in the game. We saw the best of Kovacic and how he likes to play. He has sadly not played much this season, even though he was Chelsea's player of the season last season. He has fallen down the ranks, such as the likes of Jorginho has really played a lot this season, and I'm a big fan of Kovacic. I'd rather see Kovacic play than Jorginho. Kovacic really stood out in this game. He did a very good assist cutting the ball back for Tammy Abraham. Also dribbled the ball very well, and his defensive performance in the game was sound. So therefore, Kovacic is going in the blue. The next midfielder to go in the blue is no other than Mason Mount. Now, Mason Mount gives 110% every game. He is all over the pitch, running around, doing that defensive work that a lot of other players don't like to do. I'm very impressed by how Mason Mount is playing. He has a real understanding with the Chelsea players. As you know, he's played there for a longer period of time than some of the newbies to Chelsea. Him and Tammy Abraham have a real good connection in the game, and this is clear to see. I am delighted that the Chelsea youngsters, the academy players, have come through the ranks and really shown themselves. You know, we've spent a lot of money this season, and Mason Mount has been one of our best players this season so far. I think he will have a huge future at Chelsea and a big part to play in this season. Thiago Silva got his first goal for Chelsea. This was a big moment for him. I know he's been waiting for his first goal for a little while now, so I'm delighted to see him get his first goal. It seems like we have the new Virgil van Dijk. He is exceptional at the back, has a lot of confidence about him, and also is a threat in set pieces going forward. He has built a very good partnership with the likes of Kurt Zouma, who plays alongside him, and those two together are going to be vital for Chelsea winning games this season, keeping clean sheets, and also having a successful season. Getting Thiago Silva on a free was a sensational deal done by the Chelsea board, and I am delighted that Thiago Silva has had such a good season so far. I'm hoping Thiago Silva can remain fit, we don't overuse him, as we do have the likes of Rudiger, Tomori and Christensen that can come in. I am hoping that Tomori is going to be given more time at Chelsea, as he hasn't been given any minutes this far, and he definitely deserves some minutes, as he didn't go on loan due to the fact that he was hoping to get more minutes at Chelsea. So I hope Frank Lampard sees this and gives him more minutes. I believe he deserves this. The next players going in the blue are our fullbacks, Reece James and Ben Chilwell. Ben Chilwell scored a goal, didn't know too much about it, did a cheeky celebration, and copy the likes of Tammy Abraham with the fist pound. Him and Reece James provide a lot of width in that game. They are extremely dangerous, and Ben Chilwell is very new to Chelsea, so it is extremely exciting to see how he's going to develop in the Chelsea team. And Reece James is still so young. He's only 20 years old, and he's only going to get better. I think he's extraordinary, one of the best right backs in the world already. So those two were a huge threat against Sheffield and are going to be extremely important for this Chelsea season going forward, providing those deadly balls going in, providing that width, and also they both have the pace so they can get back and defend. The last player that I want to talk about is Werner. Now, Timo Werner did miss an opportunity in the game when he was played through with a fantastic ball by Hakim Ziyech. However, he remained confident that he was going to get a goal, and he did. A few moments after he missed an opportunity, he had another opportunity that he smashed into the goal. Timo Werner has been extraordinary this season. He has really got off to a flying start at Chelsea, bagging goals, assisting, and really being a deadly threat to any team he plays against. Keeping Timo Werner fit, not overusing him, is also going to be extremely important for this Chelsea team moving forward and getting that success that we desperately want. We haven't won the Premier League now in around 3 years, so I'm desperately hoping that we contend for the Premier League this season. It has been a very weird season so far. The top 6 haven't really gotten going, and other teams such as Aston Villa, Southampton, and Leicester have really looked very good this season so far. So it could be a very open season if Chelsea play like they have in recent weeks, which I am loving. I don't like to miss any Chelsea game as it is so exciting to watch at the moment. We really have a good opportunity to win the Premier League. In my next video, I will be talking about the highlights and the lowlights of this season so far, players that have played extremely well, and players that have really, underachieved this far. So stay tuned for that video. It's going to be a very exciting video with lots to talk about. I have enjoyed making this video. I hope you have enjoyed it too. I hope you all keep well, look after yourselves. Till my next video, see you later.